ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for NIKODERIKO, The Magical World. So dear viewers, NIKODERIKO originally released in 2024, a year I remember fondly as the year I first played such fantastic video games as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Tekken 8, and Black Myth Wukong. It was also the year I spent an insufferable amount of time trying to spell the word NIKODERIKO.
How do you spell it then?
Well, that's easy, Bertrum. K-O-D... Shut up, Bertram. We're not here to talk about that. We are here to discuss NIKODERIKO. And just like that beautiful bearded bastard Barry Burton, you're probably wondering...
What is this? What is it? What is this?
Knickknacks. I'm just going to refer to the video game as Knickknacks for the rest of the review, just because I find it funny. Knickknacks is one of those pesky platformer video games in the vein of Crash Bandicoot or Donkey Kong Country. The story sees us playing as Nico and or Luna as they set out to stop an evil dickhead or some such nonsense. Do you really play platformers for the story, dear viewers? We play as a mongoose. We travel to exotic locations. We fight bosses. What more do you want? But I'm giving head to myself.
Getting ahead of yourself?
Yes, that. Let's review this Crash Bandicoot clone the only way I know how. Badly. And let's start with what I liked about Knickknacks. Oh, speaking of things I like it when you subscribe to the channel, so do that for me, dear viewer. Doing so will allow me to live out my lifelong fantasy of having 1,170 subscribers. So, the first thing I simply must commend Knickknacks for is its visuals. I am obsessed with cartoons. And not just the naughty Japanese ones either. I love Disney, I love movies like Ferngully and Anastasia, I love Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Care Bears. Do you remember Care Bears, Bertram?
Don't you have a Care Bears doobie set?
Shut up, Bertram. But yes, I do. The point is, I love cartoons, and this game looks just like a cartoon, and that means that I love it. The characters are also very charming, funny, endearing.
What does endearing mean?
I've no idea, but it sounds good. What also sounds good is this game's soundtrack. It's like something you would hear in a Nintendo platformer. And speaking of platformers, the easiest way to describe the gameplay for Knickknacks is to simply say that this is Crash Bandicoot meets Donkey Kong Country. That means you'll play through stages, platforming, jumping on enemies' heads, rolling into enemies you can't jump on. You'll look for collectibles. You'll be able to shoot across stages and battles. You'll face off against a boss every 5 stages or so. There's a stage where you run away from a dragon. There's a stage, you ride a minecart. This all probably sounds very familiar.
Not really.
Shut up, Bertram. But thankfully, while this game does nothing new in the gameplay department, it is lots of fun. That's probably the best way to describe this game, dear viewers. Fun. And even better, dear viewers, you can also play this game in co-op, wherein one of you controls Nico, the other controls Luna. You can even choose between who you want to play as if you're just going to play the game solo. Absolutely splendid. So, let's talk about what I didn't like so much about Knickknacks. Well, what did I not like? You see, yes. Like Crash Bandicoot, this game's boss fights, especially some of the later ones, can be rather tricky affairs. I lost count of how many times I died to this game's final boss.
18.
Thank you, Bertram.
You're welcome.
I was being sarcastic, you Oh, never mind. So yes, if difficult boss fights or platforming sections annoyed you in the Crash Bandicoot or Donkey Kong video games, then Knickknacks will do absolutely nothing to alleviate that. But honestly, I expected the game to be quite tricky at times, so it didn't faze me whatsoever. And apart from that, little niggo, this is a great little platformer. So if you like these kind of games and you haven't played this, then I suggest you rectum that right now.
Rectify?
Yes. That. Therefore, I declare that Knickknacks is splendid.
As is the snack, Knickknacks.
What?
Knickknacks. They're a kind of crisp snack thing.
Oh, yes. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my review for NIKODERIKO, The Magical World. If you enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.